everyone, and you are watching Sharing Vietnam, a 15-minute talk show of Sharing Vietnam every day at 8:30 p.m. Information technology, or ICT, is a key economic sector, narrowing the gaps in information and knowledge between the regions within a country. The development and application of ICT to disseminate knowledge is widely applied by many countries around the world. In Vietnam, so far, all the provinces in the country are provided with access to the Internet. However, Internet uses between rural and urban area is still different. So in our talk show today, what will be the needs to be done to narrow the gap in perception and spread the application of ICT among the rural programs? Sharing Vietnam today will go into this story. And we are so happy to welcome to the studio Mr. Young-jae Kim, an expert in field of ICT from Korea. And let's say hello to him. Hello, Mr. Kim, and thank you so much for taking your time and joining our talk show today.
Thank you.
First of all, can you introduce a little bit to the TV viewer of Sharing Vietnam about yourself?
Okay. I'm Young-jae Kim, at this time, working for NIICS, which stands for National Institute of the Information and Communication Strategy under the MIC. So I came here just September of last year for 1 year terms as a ICT expert in your country.
Mr. Young-jae Kim comes from the Republic of Korea. He had worked for KT for more than 30 years in various sectors like the headquarters, training center and branches. He also launched internet commercialization services called KoNet in Korea, at the first in the world, and was dispatched to Indonesia for 2 years as an expert of World Bank project for ICT investment planning. And then Mr. Kim was dispatched to India for 6 years as a representative of KT to pursue a new business model for globalization. Mr. Kim came to Vietnam in September of 2011 as an expert in ICT, giving advice to NIICS in the areas of ICT. Especially, he's now in charge of suggesting an idea on how to build broadband networks skillfully in rural and mountainous areas of Vietnam by learning some experiences from Korea.
So up to now, what are the feelings and your impression about this country?
Oh yeah, because I came to your country first in September of last year. Even I traveled a lot, many countries like US, like England, even like Indonesia and India, and also many of the Southeastern Asia zone. But unfortunately, your country, I just came end of September of last year, so that I'm not so good information about your country till now. Okay.
So Mr. Kim arriving in Vietnam in last September.
Yes.
So what kind of differences and similarity between Vietnam and Korea that you can realize?
Okay. You know, in terms of the cultural wise, between Korea and Vietnam, there are a lot of the similarity. Okay. For example, in Korea, they are very respectful to their ancestors. Okay. And also their family. And also, this is part of the Confucianism in China, coming from the same, so that every family respectable each other, okay? So that love each other. In that sense, there are a lot of the similarity, but little bit difference between Korean and Vietnamese. I think, you know, I think it means that some of the what we call the thinking mind, okay, is a little bit different. For example, when I came to here, I was surprised when I crossing the road, okay. In Korea, when person want to crossing the road, all cars, all vehicles, they have to stop. But in here, when I just hands-on and wanted to crossing the road, then rush it. So that I was scared on that. That is a little bit differences between Korean and Vietnamese. So that it has to be protect the person first.
Okay.
I guess like that.
So for the last 1 year, how could you describe your life in Vietnam? Is it comfortable and convenient for you, except the traffic?
Yeah, as of now, yeah, I'm very convenient to stay in your country. Okay, the reason why most of the Vietnamese, they give me the warm-hearted mind. Okay, and also the food is wonderful for me, so that I like it. Except some kind of the infrastructure problem, right? Okay.
Okay, so apart from your life information, can you tell us more about your mission in Vietnam for the last 1 year?
Okay. You know, as I told you, I'm ICT expert. I'm also worked for more than 30 years in Korea and in worldwide. Okay. I was dispatched to Indonesia for 2 years and also dispatched to India for 8 years as an ICT, okay, by representing my company. So that, you know, my mission in here, okay, how to develop the rural area or mountainous area, okay, in order to reduce the differences between urban and rural, okay, so that my counterpart, they give me the mission to develop, how to develop the rural area like urban in terms of the ICT technology. So that's why I guess my mission is I wanted to suggest some of the nice solution for rural and mountainous area of your country in terms of the developing the broadband network.
Thank you so much for the very first sharing today. And before moving deeper into the story, we will have a short break to have a look at our clip about ICT in the Vietnam rural and mountainous areas.
Although Vietnam is ranked second in the world in terms of computing infrastructure development, Internet has reached many villages, but the number of people using Internet is still limited. Most Internet users in rural and mountainous areas are the young generation. They come to the commune's cultural post offices to discover new knowledge and the outside world. But for farmers here, they have relatively low background, not well educated, and living in difficult circumstances, so they can hardly access to knowledge from the computer or the Internet to serve their production. Furthermore, Internet deployment in rural areas is more different than in urban areas. Rural people only use Internet when they need, while agricultural information on the Internet in Vietnamese is rather little. The price of a computer is also a barrier for the spreading of Internet in rural areas, making it difficult for farmers to own a computer that can connect to the Internet. Currently, Vietnam has set a target to ensure 80% of young people in cities and towns can use IT applications and access to the Internet, step by step introducing IT to the life of farmers, narrowing the gap between rural and urban areas. People can access to information and knowledge in time through radio, television, Internet, and other electronic pages. However, it's a long journey to introduce ICT to farmers in Vietnam.
Hello everyone and welcome back. We have here an expert in terms of ICT from Korea, Mr. Kim. So up to now, how many provinces, I mean the rural and mountainous area of Vietnam, have you ever been?
Oh yeah, because my task is how to develop the rural and mountainous area, so that I have to be there. So that after discussion with my counterpart, I went to Bagan province in north of your country, near the Barbe Lake. Okay, at that time I visited 2 communes, and also in the middle in Quang Nam province, as well as the Keng Hoa. Okay, in the middle of your country. At that time also I visited 2 or 3 communes in each province. In Kenya, I went one of the province where is the highest mountain area. There is something, the minor ethnic group. I forgot the name of the ethnic group. Anyway, I saw that they are now cultivated some of the nice agricultural product. Okay, and also I went to the Dak province near the highland area. Okay, and also after some time, I want to go to southern part of your country.
So it can be said that now you are expert in different area of Vietnam too.
Yeah.
Not only in ICT. So how do the rural and mountainous Vietnamese people get access to the benefit from ICT in your opinion?
Oh yeah, but before get the visit of your country in the rural area, I thought most of the people may not use the telephone services. But I was surprised once I get there. Most of people, they have the handset, handset and communicating through the mobile phone. Wow, so that I was excited. But unfortunately, in the rural area, there is no broadband system, which means in the internet connectivity, there is no. But only in some of the ZA, I mean the office of ZA, I mean the commune center, they have connection the internet only. That's why I was a little bit unhappy on that. Okay.
So how do you access the application of ICT in Vietnam, especially in the rural and mountainous area of Vietnam?
I mean for the rural and mountainous people have to access the internet connectivity. The reason why in internet, as you know, there are a lot of informations. And also without accessing the internet, even now nobody can do. But unfortunately, in that regard, unfortunately, the rural area, they don't use, only speaking through the mobile phone. So that is why government of your country want to develop, okay, in the rural and mountainous area by using the ICT. By internet. Oh, that is good policy, I guess.
So do you have any good idea in order to apply it in Vietnam for developing the rural and mountainous area of Vietnam?
Oh yeah, of course. That's why I came here, In Korea, even in Korea, after Korean War, my country was so poorest country, one of in the world, okay? At that time, less than your country, my country, okay? That much, so poor. After that, most of the villages, they trying to develop by themselves by getting little bit the government subsidization, okay? After that, my country became to industrialization so quickly, okay? But even industrialization between urban and rural area, there are a lot of gaps, okay? So that government of Korea wanted to reduce those gaps, trying to do the pilot project called In-Bill project. So that the government, they decide to deploy this kind of the project in rural area from 2001. After that, right now, totally 363 in-bills now learn well in Korea.
Thank you so much. And this is the end of our talk show today. We hope that you enjoyed the program as I did. Thank you so much for your watching today, and send us an email at sharingvietnam@gmail.com if you have any question or recommendation for us. Thank you so much and see you next time at 8:30 p.m. on Netviet VTC10.
Vâng, xin được cảm ơn biên tập viên Minh Ngân và ông Yong Kim. Tiếp theo mời quý vị và các bạn chúng ta cùng đến với những thông tin của Việt Nam hội nhập và phát triển bền vững cùng biên tập viên Minh Hải.
Cảm ơn biên tập viên Khánh Ly. Thưa quý vị, câu chuyện hội nhập ngày hôm nay sẽ đề cập đến bảo hiểm trách nhiệm sản phẩm, một loại hình mang lại lợi ích cho cả nhà sản xuất và người tiêu dùng, đang cần được quan tâm và phát triển mạnh mẽ hơn nữa ở Việt Nam.